All right, let's just get this out of the way right up front. Shaving your legs is not self-care. Scheduling your pap smear or your mammogram is not self-care. Grocery shopping without your kids or your grandkids, nope, still not self-care. That is maintenance, my friends. And honestly, you deserve more than that. Most women I know are not really that bad at taking care of themselves. They're just operating from a model that equates staying on top of things with doing fine. But when everything you do is to keep things from just falling apart, that's not care. That's called survival. Quick interruption to this podcast episode. If you've been listening and thinking, okay, it's time, I need to do something different, then I want to personally invite you to join me for my next 3-day Metabolic Kickstart. It is a free, yes, I said free, it's a free 3-day event, more like an experience actually, where I give you a plan to follow for 3 days. And across those 3 days, I teach you what's actually keeping your metabolism stuck and what you can do instead. So here's the thing: 3 days, free plan, free coaching, all the information you need to build on the momentum to actually make metabolic change so you can reach your long-term goals. I mean, what is not to like about that? All you have to do is grab your spot in the next Kickstart with the link that's in the show notes right below this episode. So if you're tired of starting over, look, I get it. If you're ready to feel like your body is finally working for you, I get it. Do this 3-day Kickstart with me. You won't regret it. And part of the problem is we've been sold on this version of self-care that looks like face masks and cute candles from Target and bubble baths, a glass of wine, or this like quote unquote treat yourself routine, as if that's supposed to fix everything. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with any of that. But here's what I see happening and what I see the problem as. Even that stuff has now started to feel like work. Right? Like, is this resonating? It's like another thing to check off the list, another piece of wellness, another thing you're supposed to do right, another, scroll on social media and Instagram tells you, oh, you got to make sure you have a perfect nighttime routine. Or like, if you don't have the right morning routine, then you failed at taking care of yourself. And that is just not it. I have said this before, and I'm going to say it again today. True self-care is not a reward for being productive. Let me say it again for those of you in the back of the room. True self-care is not a reward for being productive. It's not a break from your life. It's actually how you build a life that you don't need an escape or a break from. And the problem is so many women only get a taste of care after everyone else is fed, after the kitchen is clean, after all the emails are answered. And it's like, 11 freaking 47 p.m. And then what happens? You're too exhausted to enjoy your self-care moment. So if the only time you take care of yourself is after everyone else is taking care of, that's not self-care. That's called cleanup. Real self-care is not always cute, and it's not always quiet, and it's definitely not always marketable. Part of the problem. Sometimes self-care is saying no and not explaining yourself. Sometimes it's canceling plans and staying home without you feeling guilty. Sometimes it's taking a walk and not freaking tracking your step count. Sometimes it's even saying, hey, I am not okay and letting someone else witness that without feeling like you have to apologize for it or hide it. So I want to give you a question today that you can ponder this week. All right. And here's that question. What would care, like actual care, look like for you this week if you were not trying to earn it first? What's something that nourishes you? Not the version of you that holds it together for everybody else, but what's one thing that feeds your soul, the real you, the you who's probably tired of being just maintained instead of cared for? Start there and don't wait until you're empty to do it. You deserve more than maintenance. You deserve actual care. You deserve real and true self-care. That's my message for you today. I hope it was helpful. And I always appreciate you spending time with me. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you right back here next time.